just move right on to the second one, right? The stories of the self-proclaimed Straw Hat Grand Fleet. Which, by the way, you haven't heard my extended thoughts on the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. But can we just acknowledge the fact that Luffy accidentally got an army is just perfect? It's like such a Luffy thing to do, isn't it? It's like I talk about this, I mean, I've said this a lot, but the fact that Luffy just goes around and gets allies in royalty is like the most on the nose thing ever. Like, I mean, at this point he's got, like, what? Drum Kingdom is behind him, Alabasta is behind him, Water 7 is also technically behind him, we have Dressrosa is behind him, well, Zoe is behind him, obviously, but Zoe is already sort of in the mix. There must be more, I'm definitely forgetting some. But regardless, basically he's got, like, many armies behind him. I love the scene where Luffy refused the alliance, but they refused his refusal. Everything about, like, the end of Dressrosa there, where the alliance is actually established, was just excellent. I loved it. Alright, without further ado, let us jump into the second one. The Grand Fleet stories. So, we start off with Blonde Boy, whose name I've forgotten. The beautiful pirates sailing the sea beautifully. How poetic. How poetic. So it's everyone's favorite Blonde Boy. I think you already know, but in the past, the incident of young women refusing to get married because Prince Cavendish's overwhelming popularity in the bourgeois, I guess, kingdom. So, Cabbage. Yes, let's do Cabbage. Cabbage works better. So, basically, Cabbage is what Sanji wants to be, right? I'm not gonna spoil my thoughts on Sanji even now. I'm just gonna keep the joke running until the videos actually come out. Who knows? Is Sanji my favorite character? Do I still hate Sanji? Maybe he's a bit of both, who knows? Cavendish, who ran out of his own country for the crime of being too popular, has just 74 underlings and just 500 million in tow, and feels like he's really in trouble. Cabbage is such a wacky dude. And like his whole Two-Face thing, it was never really explained, was it? Like his whole turning into the alter persona, the Slasher or whatever it was called. I want to see more of that. So as I've been saying, those are not enemy ships and therefore there is no need to fire on them, Suleiman. Is this before Dressrosa, all this? Because like the whole purpose of him hating Luffy was because he got his popularity taken away, right? I don't remember an explanation. I don't either. I think it was just like, hey, Cabbage Boy is actually the other dude that apparently, like, slashes everyone easily. We're the Barto Club and we bring ruckus. So, wait, hold up. We already switched to Barto. So is this after what happened in Dressrosa, or is this before Dressrosa? Oh, right. No, never mind. They have Luffy's flag, so this is clearly after. So this is after he regained his popularity, I assume. Yeah. He has Luffy's flag. Alright, cool. So, now we move on to Barto. First off, we'll take down the greatest evil at the port. Yeah, and now here he's handing out the pins. At a special price. He's just the Straw Hat's merch manager, isn't he? They should do this for like a con or something. Just have somebody dress up as Bartolomeo and just walk around with Luffy merch, and like that be an actual vendor. That'd be brilliant. We were advertising half-price stickers to the public, but okay, so yeah, so this is where the whole Shanks incident happens. I want Barto to give me merch. I also want Barto to give me merch. Yeah, so this is where the Shanks incident happens. This is where he's gonna burn his flag, right? Yep, here we go. An emperor, it doesn't matter. Well, of course you don't. Of course you don't, because it's Luffy, right? I mean, he's gonna be an emperor, right? Is that it? Is that just the Barto story wrapped up? Because I think we already move on. Yeah, we already move on. Okay, so Bartolomeo is just a menace. He's just going around causing trouble. And spreading the good word of Luffy. She's gonna knock on your door and say, do you have a moment to talk about Straw Hat Luffy? Brilliant. Brilliant. People are arguing who should be the next Straw Hat. They just keep forgetting Bart. who is obviously the only next candidate. Dansei of the Happo Navy, returning home. Hey, I decided on the date for the wedding ceremony. I have something important to tell you. Okay. He's about to break the news. The cancellation of the engagement and paying the expected price. Brilliant. Brilliant. Their whole story of, like, Baby 5 coming over to the other side, that was the wackiest. That was such a JoJo thing to do. To think that I even thought of letting him be my 26th husband. Okay, so they have the wedding, and they live happily ever after. Brilliant. Yeah, these are really wacky. I just want to see if the anime ever properly covers these. Because, they obviously should have, right? I need to plug in my camera. Give me a second. I wish the newlyweds a happy marriage. I think I'm a few years late, because this is chapter 880. So, sailing at sea with the ship he got from Orlumbus. But, thank you for the follow. I think the anime covered the Cavendish part at one point, but not all of it. If they did, then it was something so brief that I don't even remember it. They might have done. It's like my knee-jerk reaction is that the last time we heard of them was in Dressrosa, like, properly. Alright, so, since we saw you two crawling, you'll be punished. Brilliant, so they're just back to beating everyone up. We ended up catching them, but it looks like the battle was part of the 1,000-year-long dispute between the Long Arm and the Long Leg tribe. Alright, so this is just so this just looks like a more pirate-centric story. We don't care whether you reconcile or kill each other. So wait, hold up. Who stole the... Wait, so they just showed up? Hold on. They showed up, beat everyone up, and left? Is that what happened here? The Ideo pirates, we started a pirate crew. Yeah, so they did. Excellent. Excellent. So that was just a pirate story. Sure, it was a little bit wacky, but it wasn't that wacky, right? Great. To be fair, I think the time from their wedding until the Straw Hats arrived at Wano hasn't been more than some weeks. Fair point, actually, yeah. That is a very, very good point. I think that's one of those things that we can sometimes forget. Is the passage of time we actually see. Because this is something that I wrongly assumed as well. When I heard that everything pre-time skip was just like a handful of months, I was very, very confused. Because, like, sailing around takes an incredibly long time, right? But apparently not in One Piece. Apparently in One Piece it just takes, like, what? A few days to sail between islands, apparently? Alright, so now we are moving to our little captain, whose name I think he was Leo, right? We've become pirates. Boys, we're gonna rebuild every last building in the town. I love the Tantatas so much. The whole of Dressrosa takes place over a single day. Exactly. Which is kind of ridiculous, to be honest, because I think if you did the math, right? I think if you did the math, and the matches lasted however long they lasted, right? And then there were those breaks in between because they broke the thing. Basically what I'm saying, I don't think it makes sense if you actually tried to round up how long the events actually happened. But whatever. Let's not get caught up in the details. From the people of Dressrosa. Okay, so we have a ship that has Usopp on it. Brilliant. We're checking out our new pirate ship, the Usoland. I love that they're just embracing the whole God Usopp thing. So yeah, so this is when we saw them at the Reverie, right? We've been assigned as escorts to the Reverie. Okay. So this is something we actually saw in the anime. Them showing up at the Reverie. That is something we know for a fact happened. Okay, and this is another one we know for a fact happened. The top 5 earners of Buggy's delivery have resigned. This is also something we heard about. We actually saw in the anime that they showed up and just told Buggy, we're gone. On the deserter list of Buggy's delivery, the new giant warrior pirates captain, Hiruden. Hiruden's awesome. He's a bit of a basic dude, right? Because he's just a super powerful giant, but I like him. Alright, so these are just some of the big names, I guess. Navigator Road. Very on the nose. Goldberg. Well, this guy looks fun. He has an uncanny resemblance to one of the other giants we've seen before. Dr. Gerd. Like, again, we are introduced to all these very specific names, right? I would assume that they become important. Could be interesting. Would be interesting. Maybe when we go to Elbaf? We're gonna go to Elbaf, definitely. I'm just waiting for the confirmation. I don't know when we're gonna go to Elbaf, but I think we're gonna go to Elbaf. The female giant looks eerily similar to someone from the Big Mom's flashback? I don't really recall. I know a few of those giants are in Big Mom's flashback. Really? Oh. I never noticed. The Yonta Maria Grand Fleet is heading out to sea. Oh yeah, this is the dude who was just who just looked like a pirate, right? The pirate life at 6 a.m. folding pajamas. Wonderful. This dude, this dude's awesome. I love this dude. I really want to see the, what's his name? The guy with the king punch. Like, you can't tell me that's not going to be a massive deal. The king punch seems like a very, very clever plot device. That was just scooted in under our noses, basically. At 10 a.m., onboard cleaning check. What even is this? The 56 ship fleet thief, a tearful departure, thank you for everything. Wonderful. At 3 p.m., drafting a piracy plan. This is so comedically written with like the whole times and everything. At 4 p.m., a pirate's first campaign. Commence the assault. I love this so much. At 4:30, because they were extremely poor, we gave them supplies instead. This guy is excellent. At 5 p.m., a grateful farewell. First pirate expedition failed. A pirate's retirement. The died goods craftsman Bellamy. So Bellamy is just living out his days. This town uses unrippable cloth. So Bellamy is just chilling. That's nice. I'm happy for Bellamy. Oh wait, hold on. Pleased to make your acquaintance. So what is this? Is this just like the official announcement that they've allied up or something? Okay. This wasn't obviously nearly as wacky as the Eneru or NL one. But I really like these. I really, really like these. I do wish that we got to see all of them in the anime though. Like especially like just imagine instead of a filler episode, a common theory is that Bellamy is drawing a flag for the Grand Fleet since it looks a bit like the Strawhat flag. I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, like, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I wish we got to see all of these. Like, instead of having some random filler, why not just adapt, like, this little episode and do it in a completely different format so that it actually does the whole, at 3 p.m., drafting a piracy plan. Like, that would be comedy gold. Everybody would love it. It would be brilliant. We don't need an extra episode of flashbacks. Okay, let's be real. Let's be real. I really wish we see all these at some point. Even if they like came up with some random stuff to fill up the runtime, right? I think this dude's story, whose name I forget, can easily be a one-off, very comedy-heavy episode, and it would be glorious. Have like the wacky One Piece music playing in the background and everything. It would be great. Everybody would love it.